Hi folks, so in this video what we're going to be doing is completing a problem here based on an ellipse, and it's actually based on the Hyundai logo here that we can see on the page. So it says here, Hyundai is another car manufacturer that uses an ellipse in the design of its logo. Draw the logo showing all constructions clearly. Okay, so they give us all the information that we actually need to draw it here. So first of all, before we even get on to kind of the H that's kind of inside in here, we're just going to focus on the actual ellipse portion of the problem first of all. So we can see that the length of the ellipse, the long part of it, going from this portion to here, is 140 long. That's called our major axis, 140, which means the radius of the major circle is a radius of 70. And then the short portion of the ellipse, also called the minor axis, going from here down to here, is 70. Minor axis 70, the radius for a minor circle is 35. Then we're going to use concentric circles method to complete it, where we split it up into 30, 60 degrees. So on our sheet, just zoom out there so slightly so you can see it a bit better. There we go. So on our sheet, we will start off by drawing, first of all, our major axis. On the major axis, I'm going to pick any point roughly in the middle of that line. I'm going to measure 70 millimeters. So from 0 to 7, and I'm also going to measure the 35. And then from the middle, I'll also do vertical line up and down. It doesn't have to be as long as the previous one. And then using the center point, I've already measured the 35 and the 70. Actually, just identify those a little bit more. I'm now going to draw in two circles with the same center point, concentric circles method. That's why it's called that. That there is my minor circle, and using the same center point out as far as the radius of 70. That there is my major circle. Okay, now that I've done both my minor and my major circle, I'm now going to split it up into 30, 60 degrees. So 30 degrees to the middle this way, like pizza slices, which is what I would actually say in class, creating 12 pizza slices. There's another one. And then finally 60 degrees the opposite way. Okay, now that we've that done, what we're going to do is identify either end of the major axis, which is there, and either end of the minor axis, which is there and there. And I would always do this, not always, but most of the time, note the direction of your major axis, which is going from left to right, and the direction of your minor axis, which is going up and down. Okay, so there we have it. We now need to find 8 further points to be able to draw in our ellipse. So the method is, anywhere it cuts the minor circle, if we just take this division line as an example, anywhere it cuts the minor circle, I'm going to go parallel to the major axis, which means I'm either going to go left or right. Anywhere it cuts the major circle, I'm going to go parallel to the minor axis, which means I either go up or down. Okay, so as long as it stays within the major and minor circle, we're good. So in this case, where it cuts the minor circle here, I'll go left, whereas on the opposite side, I'll go right. Up here, left and right. On here, left and right, left and right. Okay, then anywhere it cuts the major circle, I'm either going to go down or up. So you can see here, where this division line cut the major circle here, I'll actually go up. Where it cuts it here, I'll go down. We continue on in that sequence. Down and up, down, down and up. Now that I've found all the points, I'm going to just identify those points. Now that I've found all of those, I'll then sketch in my ellipse. There's one portion. I try and take it quadrant by quadrant of the circles. Think of a quarter by a quarter. Break it up into manageable chunks. Now I'm on to the third one. Because you want it to flow. It shouldn't look like it's going in straight lines. And this portion here. So depending if you're right or left-handed, certain portions of drawing the ellipse that'll be easier to you. see here, a little bit, there we go, that's better. So do it ever so lightly first, and then I'll go over it in heavy. Okay, now that I've that done, I'm just going to heavy that in, bit by bit, and try and make it flow in one continuous path. If I have to move around the table, absolutely fine. And as you can see there is our ellipse. Okay, now the next bit of the question obviously is completing the H part inside here. So first things first is I'm actually going to focus on, I suppose, the two circles first, okay, and I put them in as construction circles. So first of all, can we see the size of the circle anywhere? Okay, it doesn't tell us any information here. I can see where the centers are, which is here and here. But do I see the size of it anywhere? Yes, I can actually tell the diameter because it tells us here it's 30 from here all the way to here, which means that the radius, if the diameter is 30, the radius is 15. So that means from the bottom portion of my ellipse here, it's up 15, and from the top portion, down 15. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So from the top of my ellipse, I'm going to measure down 15 millimeters, and from the bottom of the ellipse, up 15. Having done that and marked the 2 center points, I'm going to now use my compass to draw in 2 full circles, radius 15 and 15. And there is one, with the same measurements down here. There's the second. Ooh, try not to slip. And there we go. And there's the second. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to focus on this line here and this line here. You can see they tell us it's at an angle of 60 degrees, okay, which is really helpful to me there. So that line there is at 60 degrees and 60 degrees, but I need to find the exact points where to draw them. And you can see here, they give you a little hint there and there. So from the middle, you can see the distance I'm going to measure out is 40 and 40, and then do 2 lines at 60 degrees. So from the middle of my ellipse, I'm going to measure 40, just to there, and 40 back as well, to here. Then, using my set square, my 60 degree set square, in this case, put a 60 degree line in through that one, and also another one in through that one. And while I'm at it, they are both heavy lines, so put in this one, and this one. Okay, so the next bit that we have to focus on is getting 2 more lines. This line here and this line here. Okay, now first of all, you can see here that this is actually a tangent to the circle. And it already tells us that this line here is going at 60 degrees, okay? Therefore, if it's 90 degrees, a tangent is always going to be going perpendicular to the normal. 60 plus what makes 90? 60 plus 30. So what we'll actually do is, first of all, from the center, we're going to go at 60 degrees to find the point of contact. So from the center of this circle here, we're going to go at 60 degrees to find the point of contact. And at that point right there, we're now going to go at 30 degrees with our set square. That's after helping me determine that edge. And likewise, it's going to be the exact same in this bottom portion where it goes up at 60 degrees, find the point of contact. So 60 degrees upwards in this case, to there. And from that point right there, I'll now go 30 degrees. And very simply then at the end, maybe that to there, that one to there, and then Finally, just heavying in the portion that is relevant. So, as best I can. Trickier when you're using markers. That's that bit. Then finally do the exact same on the opposite side. There we go. And there's that bit. And as you can see there, we have completed the Hyundai logo. If you look at it here, that's what we're after drawing in there. All you need to do now would maybe apply some appropriate rendering to complete the problem. There you go, guys. That there is the Hyundai logo based on the Ellipse topic. Hope you found that helpful.